Okay, what's up, YouTube? Sorry it's been a while, but if you follow my page or just know anything about me, you know I got stuck inside the house doing some housework, remodeling the bathroom. I even have some videos uploaded to YouTube. Well, let's get back in the yard. As you know, I was a big fan of this turf type tall fescue. I'm down in Texas, and this was my first year trying to get this type of grass. And I didn't give you guys a good progress report about how it went, but I'm in the middle of my reseeding. I'm going to overseed. I'm doing the aeration and overseeding, but I got a little difference that I'm going to do here. But let me show you what I'm working with first before we get into that. Okay, this is what I have going on now. This is 1 full year of turf type tall fescue. I've made it completely through the summer, and you can see that I have some trouble spots. Partly my fault because I didn't get the fungicides out here at the rated times that I should have, but it didn't die. And another thing that you're seeing is I've really pretty much scalped the yard, and that has stunted it. You know how it stressed the grass out, so there's a lot of stress going on. And then I raked it, so it looks a lot better than what you're seeing here, because I did, like I said, I scalped it, I aerated and raked it, and that's the product of what you see here. So I'm going all the way down to the corner there, and this is the tall fescue. If you see, look closely, you might see the hose from the aeration. Okay, back to it. Now, the process that I'm going to do now is I'm doing the aeration and overseed. Let me show you. This is the cedar that I use. It has spikes at the bottom. Agrifab makes it. This right here helps me out. It helps the seeds actually get into the dirt, so I can get a better seed to soil contact. That's what that is. And over here, I hadn't put it up yet. This is, and excuse the wind, this is my aeration. So hook that up to the lawnmower, and I aerate all the areas I have. It's just too big to really do a handheld aeration product. And of course, that's what I use. I've also picked up a new spreader because I try not the immediate part of the home, like right in front of the house. This is really heavy on the yard. So I cut that with the lawnmower, push mower, and I use a regular spreader for that. And of course, this is for the acreage part, I have a pull-along spreader. So now that you know what I'm working with, this is grass that I had left over from last year. I had 2 bags of it. I really wanted to go with the Titan brand. It's a rhizonius type turf type tall fescue. I had 2 bags of this. I figured, let me use it. I may try to do, depending on how this all goes, I may switch over to Titan, maybe even in the spring. I'm not for sure. What I really want to do is not have to overseed in the spring. I want to try to catch a lot of those hard to kill weeds in the spring. So that's the turf type tall fescue, and this is what I want to introduce to you guys. I have not had a lot of people talk about this here, and in my opinion, it's insane that we don't. And there might be a reason for that. First of all, what you're looking at is turf. This is Kentucky bluegrass. This is a hybrid Kentucky bluegrass, and it's the name of it is SPF 30 Kentucky bluegrass. Now there may be some other bluegrass like I think Blue Wave or something like that. Maybe Scott's has created something, but basically it's the same thing. It's a bluegrass hybrid mixed with Kentucky bluegrass and Texas bluegrass. And what this has allowed, it has allowed for it to have excellent heat control. It actually thrives in the heat. And I want to get a good, this is a good quality seed. 0% weed content, 0%. So that's awesome. So this is SPF 30. I've had friends who has this in North Texas, and it did exceptionally well. It did not succumb to a lot of the fungus. One thing about it is the difference between this Kentucky bluegrass hybrid and this turf type tall fescue, the difference is the depth of the roots. The roots on this turf type tall fescue will get much deeper than these. Therefore, this is more water resilient, drought resistant. This is less drought resistance. Now, as you know, this fungus is a big issue with this. That's why my grass looked like it is. I didn't get my fungicide down on the schedule as I should have. It will look a lot better than it does, but nevertheless, it's a battle that you will have to fight every year. And fungicide is not cheap. This fares a lot better with fungicide, but it doesn't have a lot of root structure that'll go deep. But if you have this, a sprinkler system, that would negate everything. All you have to do is be able to water it. Now, this turf type tall fescue may last a little longer in areas where you don't have irrigation. If you don't have irrigation, you may be able to, it may hold on a little longer, more particularly the Titan brand. Now, I'm not against this GCI turf, but I've heard a lot of good things about Titan RX. It's a rhizonius type tall fescue, turf type tall fescue. That is what I'm going to go with. So now, why am I blending these? Well, the studies have shown, and from what I see out in the field, is that this, when combined with this, it really boosts up the fungicide, the fungus resistance. I'm sorry. So trying to have less fungal issues, and this right here is going to help me get there. So you only mix, because this seed here, let me show you the seed. See if you can see that. Look how small that is. That's very small. I want to compare it with the turf type tall fescue. Large. So when you're doing the ratio on this, you will do like the weight wise, you will have maybe probably 80%, 90% tall fescue and only 10 or 5% of this, because it's so small and it covers a lot. So you probably end up being at a 50 weight wise, you'll be at about, like I said, 10 to 1 or 9 to 1, but as far as actual product, it probably end up being 50-50. So you don't put as much of this bluegrass weight wise as you do the tall fescue. So now you know what I'm using. I want to talk about this. I like to start off with this turf type tall fescue and my bluegrass. I like to start it off with this Scott's turf builder. It has this weed preventer, and no, it doesn't prevent every type of weed. It is a pre-emergent, but it really does help I've had experience with this, so I will always put this down. It will control a lot of the weeds. Some weeds may come up, but I've had success with getting my grass to come up virtually weed free. Not 100%, but a lot of the weeds didn't come up. And the reason that it didn't come up is because it has this product in it. I believe it's mesotrione, which is the same as this tenacity. So it has tenacity inside of here, and this is very expensive. This bottle will run you about 75 bucks. And I buy this. This has the fertilizer and the tenacity inside. It covers 10,000 square feet. So it's a little bit more cost effective for me to buy this because I'm getting both products in one. It worked for me, so I would suggest that anyone who's trying to get a cool season lawn started to go ahead and just grab this. It takes the guesswork out. I do have this here to try to hit, but this is just not great on its own. Only to try to get it started. As soon as the grass is up, you should switch over to a prodiamine or dithiopyr type pre-emergent. So there you have it. I'm getting ready to get this thing started. I'm going to try to get the everything put in the yard and down. We had a real funky October, and it was just super hot. I couldn't get it in, and then it all of a sudden turned super cold. So I'm really fighting this thing, hoping that I can get this down. Hopefully the first freeze is more than 45 days. I'm going to try to get this grass up and going, and I will give you guys detail. Thanks for watching.